Hello students, welcome to 5.4. We are learning about outcomes. So in outcomes, there are some probabilities that can happen. First is more likely, less likely, certain, it will certainly happen, impossible, which means 0%, and equally likely, which means it could be 50-50. This is taken from textbook page 192, 193. Example, when you are using data to predict if a result is more likely or less likely. In this bag that contains 7 blue marbles and 2 yellow marbles. So less likely that the blue marbles will be picked on. And the 2 marbles of yellow will be less likely. And then, if it is certain or impossible, example, in this bag, which is only blue left, if they're asking if somebody pick it, what is the probability of having blue? Of course, the probability of having blue is certain because there are only blue marbles in here. And the probability of having green is impossible because there is no green at all. And then we have using data to predict if the result is equally likely to occur. When this bag has the same amount of yellow marbles and blue marbles, when you put your hands in it and you want to get either yellow or blue, the probability is equally likely. Why? Because the number of yellow marbles and blue marbles are the same. So the chances are equally likely. Next. Predict the likelihood of an outcome. Example, we have all blue. So if the possible outcomes is blue, it's certain, 100%. Blue and yellow, and you want to get blue, so it's equally likely because we have the same amount of blue and yellow. And this one, we have purple and blue, but we have more purple than blue. So the likelihood of blue is less likely. Yellow, purple, and then they want to get blue, it's impossible because we don't have blue. We only have purple and yellow. Look at this guided practice. So, read carefully. Look at the bags of cubes. A cube is drawn from each bag. What is the possible outcomes of green? You have to answer it with more likely, less likely, equally likely, certain, or impossible. Because this is green and all is in here is green, so the likelihood is definitely or certainly. Please fill it in. If you get confused, take a look at again the chart above. Same thing with the questions on page 195. So try this at home. Next is, let's practice. Let's practice on page 197. For number 1 until number 4, you're going to answer either possible or impossible. Example, it will rain today. Well, it's possible because we can never predict rain or not rain. And then the head appears when you toss a coin. When you have a coin, it's either head or tail. So you can choose, is it possible or is it impossible? Next, for number 3, the number of 3 and 6 appears the same time when you throw a number cube with the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number of 3 and 6 appear at the same time. Is it possible or is it impossible? You circle 1. And the last, fish walk on 2 legs. Is it possible or impossible? You circle 1. And then number 5 and 6, you need to draw. Draw 6 colored marbles in each bag according to the likelihood. Example, in here, in bag 1, red is certain, and you need to draw 6 because it's certain, 100%. So how many marbles of red that you need to draw? What about this one? It's impossible to get red. So in bag 2, that means we need to draw 6 marbles that has no red at all because it's impossible. For bag 3, bag 4, and bag 5, more likely to get red. So that means you need to have more red compared to other colors. Less likely to have red, that means you need to have less red than other colors. the total should be 6. In here, same, the total of the marbles should be 6. In here, if the red is equally likely, that means you need to draw 3 red and 3 other colors. In total must be 6 marbles. Thank you.